In this video, we're going to talk about 10 fonts you should be using in landscape architecture. We're going to be covering some of the most popular fonts that you see in your favorite designers' work, portfolios, magazines, and more. And we'll talk about how each font is most commonly used and common instances you should use them in. So stick around to the end because there's a lot of great fonts to learn about. Now, before we get started, my name is Carter, and here we help out future designers, architects, and landscape architects with visualization, education, and representation. So if you want to learn more about the field and how to improve as a designer, consider subscribing. So first off, let's talk about why typography is even significant to designers. Well, typography is actually a huge component in our graphic world as designers. Having the correct choice of typography leads to mental logic in certain graphic elements. This will help make your drawings, schematics, and designs more inviting and captivating. So in short, having chosen the right typology will help your overall composition and identity, and will act as a really important supplementary graphic to your overall project. So to make sure you don't overlook this part of the design process, here are 10 potential options for you to use in your projects. So starting with number 1 on the list is LORA. LORA is a well-bound serif with roots in calligraphy. This font is best suited for paragraphs and text with visual graphics. It can be effortlessly included in portfolios as well as storytelling in your projects and essays. This font reads extremely well on screen, but also is a very viable option for your prints as well. Personally, I used this font for my own portfolio and I really liked the overall quality and design of it. That said, you could probably use this for any type of project or type of text. The only one I would say is maybe not titles because it's very soft in nature, but that might be something that you're going for in your project as well. The font comes in 4 styles: regular, italic, bold, and italic, and all of these fonts can be obtained and downloaded for free on Adobe Fonts. So moving on to number 2 on the list is Bauhaus. If you don't know Bauhaus, it's pretty much one of the oldest and most used fonts in architecture. It was created in 1925 by Herbert Bayer, who studied at Bauhaus. This is a font that's most commonly used in titles and subtitles due to its unique structure and look. This is because of its very geometric Roman base with a monostructural look to it. So because of this unique look, it became wildly popular and wildly used for titles and subtitles, and became just overused, to be honest, because of how popular it became. So of course, use this font if you want to grab attention or bring a call to action to a title or an action. You can get this font on Adobe and it comes in upper and lowercase files. Moving on to number 3 is CONSOLAS. This simplistic and aesthetically pleasing font was developed by Dutch designer Lucas de Groot. This font is primarily used in long form writing and explanatory text. This is due to its breathable proportions and monotype inscriptions, which lead to an overall easier time reading and leads to longer reading periods. So the most popular uses for this font is going to be in portfolios or in journalism perhaps, or an essay. This font is on Adobe and it comes in regular, italic, bold, and bold italic. Next on the list is Gotham, and no, it's not a Batman font. Gotham is a geometric sans serif that was created by designer Tobias Frere-Jones and Jesse Reagan in the early 2000s. The font itself is very bold in nature, so using this font will bring some integrity and strength to your design. Personally, this is a really great choice for titles, logos, and business cards. It's a really powerful, strong statement, and it reads just really crisp and nice, in my opinion. But that said, you could use this for your paragraphs, captions, and all of your other typical writing instruments. This font is on Adobe Fonts and is available in regular, italic, bold, and bold italic. Moving to number 5 is a font called Helvetica. Helvetica was designed and developed by Swiss designer duo Edward Hoffman and Max Bedinger in the last decade. This font is the ultimate font for modern and minimalistic ideas and projects, and is probably one of the most widely used fonts in today's era. Today, the font is most commonly used in logo and web design, but you could truly use this style anywhere. This font comes in a ton of different styles, so whether you're using it for a title or for a body paragraph in a portfolio, there's definitely options and styles to choose from in this font type. Personally, I think this is a top 3 staple font that everyone should be using and thinking about using in architecture or as a designer. Moving on to number 6 is another wildly popular font known as Futura. Futura is a sans serif font that was created by Paul Renner in the 1920s. This font is very clean in nature and bears linear lines with rounded edges, which make a really nice visual impact. It's widely used today in titles, subtitles, and captions. You should use this font if you want to present a very formal design, as it's very clean and corporate look to this typeface. The only time we don't use Futura is in long-winded texts or body paragraphs, and that's because this font can be visually taxing on the eyes, so it makes it hard to read for a long period of times. This font is often pre-installed, but if not, you can get it on Adobe and comes in regular, bold, italic, and italic font styles. Next on the list is number 7, which is Rubik. Rubik is a sans serif that was developed by Philip Huber and Sebastian Fischer in the last decade. This is a very bold font by nature, so it's going to be very versatile for titles, subtitles, and even captions. This is currently one of my favorite fonts that I use, and I use it a ton for schematic design and concept development. It's a little bit less common and a little bit more underground. It's not on everybody's list, which is kind of why I like using it, because it's a little bit more unique and a little bit more attention grabbing for me personally. The font also comes in a ton of different styles, and it's another reason to make it a choice for you, because it gives you a lot of different options and you can use it in a lot of different circumstances due to its condensed versions, its bold versions, and it's just kind of regular condensed versions as well. Moving on to number 8 is Roboto. Roboto is a very clean and modern sans serif font that was created by Christian Robertson in 2011. Due to its wide variety of text options, this is a great all-in-one font style. This is a great font to use in your portfolios because you can use a different type of Roboto text for your titles, subtitles, and captions, and then you can use the mono or condensed version for your body text. This font reads extremely well on screen and is very legible and easy to digest info from. Consider using this font on your next project. You can download it on Adobe Fonts and comes in a couple different options and styles. Next on the list is number 9 at Nutra. This font was created by Christian Schwartz in honor of the important modernist architect Richard Nutra. This font is a competitor of the popular font Futura. It shares a lot of the same qualities as Futura and is a great option for titles, subtitles, captions, and numbering. Personally, I really like Nutra. I think it's a little bit cleaner and a little bit nicer and different from Futura, and is also a little bit different enough where it gets away from the most commonly used text that you see on every designer project, which is why I go for it. But much like Futura, you only want to use this for titles, subtitles, captions, and numbering, because you don't want to be using this for long form text, because it does get taxing on the eyes and is not pleasant to read for long periods of time. Finally, the last but not least is POPLAR. POPLAR was designed by Barbara Lind and is a really bold and unique font. To me, this is an incredible font to use for titles, subtitles, captions, and numbering due to its uniqueness. To me, this font is very eye-grabbing and it's a really powerful and strong font to show. It's kind of like how Bauhaus is, except it's not Bauhaus. So it's less recognizable, still bold, still fun, and it's a great option for things like schematic design titles, conceptual design titles, or even your project design titles. I recently just discovered this font and I'm using it all the time, and I highly recommend checking it out. I think it's a great option, different to Bauhaus and some of the other powerful, bold fonts that you see out there. I just learned about it, at least. It could be out there for a while. And of course, this can be downloaded on Adobe Fonts, much like the rest of the list. So be sure to check it out. But that is 10 potential options for you guys to be using in terms of typography on your projects as architects and designers. So let me know what you guys thought of the list and comment below on which font is your favorite and which font you might think was left out of this list that you think should be on here. I would love to get a conversation going with you guys and talk about this topic and see what you guys thought of it. And of course, if you found this video helpful, be sure to drop a like. It lets me know that this was helpful to you guys and helps push this out to others as well. And of course, if you want to learn more about architecture, design, landscape architecture, then consider subscribing, because there's going to be a lot going on in this channel in the next year on this field. So I'm really excited for it. Should be fun. Hope you guys are here with me for that. But all that aside, that's going to be it for me today. So I hope you found this useful. I hope you learned something. I did creating this video, so I think you guys will too. So thanks for taking the time to talk fonts with me today. So as always, take care, be safe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.